Well, well, well. Welcome back, Rook. Looks like you got a new toy for me. Go on in and give everyone the lowdown. We'll take care of things from here. That's a real nice ship you brought in. I can't wait to tinker with it.
Your previous ship's being brought back to the dock.
I hope Bug has something strong enough to knock me out.
What kind of name is Sysdef anyway?
Surprised to see me, Rhett? Delgado may let it slide, but I don't take kindly to snitches. Yeah? Tell that to my bank account. You screwed me out of the most lucrative route I have. It's going to take me months to set up something even remotely as good. Not to mention getting the UC off of my trail. Neva also told me you were competent. So that's just another name I can add to my list. You may have fooled Delgado and Neva, but I don't trust you, Rook. At this point, you better find that legacy. Because to me, that's the only saving grace you've got.
I hope you're not wasting time on small talk when there are jobs to run.
The fleet's the only fam... you need.
Tell us what the future holds for the Crimson Fleet.
Changes are coming, Gale. Huge changes. Crimson Fleet will soon be a much bigger player in this little game between the members of the settled systems.
That's quite a bold statement. Would you care to elaborate?
Well, let's just say that I'm on the brink of a score so large, it makes everything else pale in comparison. Beyond that, you'll just have to wait and see.
If you've got time to stand around,
If you
you've
aren't
got time to
willing
do
to
a
discuss
job.
the details, why grant SSNN this interview?
Better get a move on before...
Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the Comspike, but an entire prototype UC ship. I'm impressed, Rook. Very impressed.
Should have taken the compliment, Rook. Dale doesn't give those out often. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little smash and grab operation. She's actually pretty pissed, in case you didn't notice. Claims you blew her cover.
If one doesn't like how things have gone, and she wants to bail on her share, that's her problem. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have 2 of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. Comspike shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs have been up to.
Keep me posted. All right. That leaves our electromagnetic atmosphere problem. And I think we've discovered a solution. There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers the city. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4.
You damn right she can. My girl can piece together a jump engine with her eyes shut. Literally, I've seen her do it. Lost good money on that bet.
All right, let's not get carried away, neighbor. Now, why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely Estelle Vincent. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time now. Whatever info you need, I guarantee she can get.
Estelle is one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward, we all split the cash. No. There is no getting along here. You are going to do everything she asks. Follow her instructions to the letter. She is valuable to the fleet. You piss her off and we lose her as a contact, you're going to be answering to me.
Estelle will be waiting at Madame Sauvage's place. I'd say don't keep her waiting, but chances are she won't mind. Girl loves her liquor.
And keep your eyes on the prize. Neon's one big distraction for people like us, so I want you focused. We are one step away from Crix's legacy, and we cannot afford any screw-ups.
Every time I see Radley smile, I want to punch him in the face.
Anything, shipper? If you want to stay under the radar, I've got just the thing. I don't mind helping, but... I bet you would.
Ask Jazz about any ship upgrades. Nothing worse than a pirate ship with personality.
trust shielding. I got secret compartments on my ship just in case.
Rook.
I haven't seen my family in a while, but... The Vigilance is a state-of-the-art warship. Anyone that gets on...
It's good. Remember to turn in any... Excellent. Let me have it, and I'll upload it to our database. Cost overruns, siphoning project funds? How deep does this well go? Our forensic accounting team is going to have their hands full. I'll send this to Mass right away. Let's just hope that a few rotten apples within the UC haven't spoiled the entire bunch. Find anything else? Understood. Keep searching and you're bound to find more. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Go back. Anything to report? It seems you had quite the eventful mission on your hands. Betraying Juan Dayu for cover was a dangerous gambit, but it seems to have paid off. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process. And on behalf of the United Colonies and Commander Natara, I thank you.
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but there's still the matter of the comm spike to discuss.
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short, and we should get to the matter at hand. Please give me your report. That all depends on what you brought back from your mission. Aside from your eyewitness testimony, I assume you have the usual evidence that could lead to her incarceration?
I can take it off your hands once we complete your debriefing, but at the moment, I'm far more concerned about the comm spike.
Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the fleet's purposes. So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem? The conduction grid?
That's brilliant, but is it actually possible? It's 80-year-old tech. Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to usable energy. It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field. An engineer, like Jasmine Durand.
That's the case. Inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down there in the near future.
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UC's embarrassing mistake. It's long overdue. All right, I suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report. Good luck. And please, be careful.
Word is you had to steal classified tech from a UC station.
Smuggling Aurora out of Neon's profitable, if you don't mind the risk.
Keep moving. The scanner's
You looking to get zoned? Yeah? Well, if I had a credit for every time I heard that line, I wouldn't be stuck working in this place. So, I'm guessing you're the rook that Delgado sent. Well, let me save both of us some time. Turn around, fly back to the key, and tell the big boss that I'm in no mood to screw around. We'll make this deal when he starts taking me seriously. Are you serious? You're just gonna completely blow me off like that? I spent the last 3 months setting up this job, burned 2 contacts and a hell of a lot of credits. The whole time, I'm also keeping Bayou off our backs. That idiot even catches a whiff of money and he latches onto you like a damn leech. That's the way it's gonna be, huh? Fine. I don't have a ton of time to stand here and screw around, so I'm gonna make this as clear as possible. You want the conduction grid tech, then you're gonna have to download it from the power core of Generdyne's facility in the underbelly. Love the confidence, but before you pull the ripcord, I'm afraid I need to add a bit of a wrinkle. While you're inside Generdyne, I need you to plant a virus into their system. It's a simple side job that'll earn you some credits. I think you can handle it. The elevator doesn't exactly go to the top floor in that head of yours, does it? Everything in the Crimson Fleet is accomplished through a decent helping of give and take. As in,
I'm not going to give you the information to get your precious data unless you take this virus and upload it like I asked. That's because you're planning it for me as a favor. Generdyne has all sorts of tasty, valuable snacks in their databanks, and I want access. Here, take this microdrive and access the computer in Brayson Bayou's office. It'll do the rest on its own. It might be wireless, but you aren't going to be able to use it from here, genius. Generdyne's got their place locked down tight. But, as usual, the weak link comes from the people that work there. I recommend you start with Ayumi Komiko, an upper-level exec at Generdyne. Get your hands on her security pass, and you'll have the run of the place. Ryujin Cloud doesn't mean shit at Generdyne, so you're gonna have to deal with Komiko and potentially her boyfriend, Benjamin Bayou. Anyway, you can find Komiko at Euphorica. Talk to the owner of the place, Micah. She'll point you in the right direction. As for dealing with Komiko herself, she's got an office in the trade tower if you're looking for something incriminating. The rest is up to you, Rook. When you're done, come meet me at the VIP booth in the Astral Lounge so we can celebrate. Don't let Komiko push you around. She isn't as tough as she seems.
Yeah, what? Let me save you some time. If you're here for a job, we're not hiring. Well, like I said, it's shut down. Had to cut the entire tour staff too. Look, I'm sorry if I'm blowing up at you, but I've got it. I'm afraid that things... I don't care if I'm allowed to or not. I'm happy to get this off my chest. The conduction grid went online almost 75 years ago. And since then, we haven't developed a single groundbreaking innovation. At this point, the money we're taking in as a power utility barely covers the waste that's going on in the research and development division. You'd think that, right? The problem is that Brayson Bayou, Administrator Bayou's brother, is currently heading up the R&D division. I swear to you, the man doesn't know the first thing about power systems or electromagnetic technology. Of course there are, but so far, Brayson has suppressed most of their work through pure jealousy. Look, I'm running out of options. No one above me seems to care what's going on, but I'm willing to take a chance. I have a full report on Brayson that I want to send to Administrator Bayou, but I don't know if he can be trusted. What do you think I should do? You know what? You're absolutely right. I can't allow Brayson to run this company into the ground. Hey, look, thanks for helping me. If there's anything else you need, as long as it doesn't get me into serious trouble. Whoa. Okay, that's crossing the line. this really what we're doing? You don't scare me. I'm starting to think... Okay, listen. You didn't hear this from me, but I know she's up to something with Benjamin Bayou. He was in her office a few weeks ago, and they had some kind of shouting match. It got really heated until Bayou stormed out the door. I don't know what it was about, but I happen to know Miss Komiko keeps audio recordings of all her meetings in her safe. And before you ask, yes, I'll unlock it for you. Just don't tell anyone I helped, okay? Sure, no problem. Hope to see you again soon.
If you'll excuse me, I have a deadline to meet. Hey! That isn't yours!
Sorry, I'm busy at the moment. If you want to see how short my temper is.
All right, Ben. What was so important I had to come to the office in the middle of the night?
It's the numbers, Ayumi. I don't like what I'm seeing.
If you'd stop interfering with my company, the numbers would be better.
Your company? That's funny. I thought it belonged to Mr. Harada.
You don't...
Give me a break. We both know you set up that identity so we could both reap the profits off the book.
Have what it takes to... If Generdyne was showing a profit, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
How the hell am I supposed to make a profit when all I have is your brother, the idiot, as my chief technician?
I'd choose your next words very carefully, Miss Komiko. Raise the utility costs to your clients, cut some staff, I don't care how you do it. I want Generdyne's profits soaring by the end of the month. And if I ever hear you talking about Brayson like that again, well, I'm sure you can imagine the consequences.
If you're planning on using Aurora, we respectfully ask you do so in the members' lounge.
You people should leave her alone. What do you want with... No way. You debt collectors are low. Now get out of my...
The Crimson Fleet? Sorry, Ayumi owes a lot of money. If you want to talk to her, you already have access. You're always welcome here.
Nothing beats getting zoned in the members' lounge.
What's up?
What can I get for you?
Yeah.
What do you want?
You must be zoned out of your mind, because there's no way anyone sober would say something like that. How the hell did you find that? It was Estelle Vincent, wasn't it? That bitch. I knew I should have kept that somewhere else. Here, take this pass. It should get you through the storage room entry to the facility. I'm warning you, though. Once you're inside, you're... Good luck. I suppose if I don't explain, a copy of that recording you found might end up on the next SSNN report. A few years back, the previous CEO of Generdyne went missing. As the COO, I was next in line for the job. Instead, Bayu muscled his way into the company and gave me an ultimatum. Either back up his bullshit Mr. Harada identity, or I'm gone. I had no choice. But I decided right then and there, I was going to do whatever I could to take what was rightfully mine. If that meant seducing Bayu to tip him off balance, then so be it. Luckily for me, Mike has been incredibly understanding about the whole thing. More than you can possibly imagine. Micah is the only person in this godforsaken city that's kept me from going completely under. She doesn't want money, doesn't use me for influence or as a stepping stone to get ahead. She loves me for being me, and I love her for being the same. And when this stupid bullshit is over, and Bayu is 10 fathoms deep under Neon, we'll be there for each other. Forever. If you had to work with Brayson Bayu, you'd understand. The man is still a totally incompetent fool, and he's running our company into the ground. The worst part of it is that he's Administrator Bayu's brother, so I can't fire him. I can't reassign him. I can't even yell at him. It's like having a cut on your body, and you're helplessly watching yourself bleed to death. Except in our case, we're hemorrhaging money. I just know this is gonna come back to bite me on the ass. I just know it.
Hello.
laboratory result. Project GRD-092A. Technician Shibata reporting. I am reporting on the progress of Chief Technician Beiyu's project, the multi-terabyte nutriment preparation node. We've discovered by that directly connecting the power conducts into the conduction grid matrix, we can avoid signal loss. This should increase our output significantly and reduce the results by the factor of at least 10. Our goal, as per the chief technician, is to have my burrito ready the moment after I shut the door on the device. And though we've come close, we are still falling short by 3 seconds. We shall continue to investigate.
Extra money ends up in the CEO's account. With what I'm making now, I can barely afford a deluxe sleep crate. You know what? Maybe I will have that drink after all.
sensors can no longer detect any hostile activity. I am ending my search.
You looking for something?
Whatever.
Oh, it's you. I was wondering how long it would take you to get down here. If you want the encryption cipher, you're welcome to it. I just don't want anyone getting hurt. No catch. I'm not trying to trick you. You want the cipher? It's yours. At this point, I'd do anything to get back at my brother. He deserves everything he's got coming to him. I think you could safely say that most of Neon would agree. You know, I've spent my entire life living in Ben's shadow. Everything always works out for him, while I've been bouncing from one job to the next, barely keeping afloat. And all the while, he laughs at me behind my back. Thinks it's hilarious to make fun of his stupid brother. Like I wouldn't eventually find out. Murder my own brother. Are you crazy? Just because I hate how he treats me, it doesn't mean I want him dead. I want him to suffer. Like I have. You know what? I am sick to death of being pushed around. It's my turn to take control for once. The passcode for my terminal is GEN-41A18. That should give you access to the cipher and whatever else you need. I'm getting out of here while I still can. After you're done, I suggest you do the same. Because he's a two-faced son of a bitch, that's why. It's not like I should be surprised. When we were younger, we never got along very well. I mean, he's 11 years older than I am. We had two different mothers. Might as well have been from two... That's an understatement. I never knew my actual mother. She was my father's mistress. And I was told, Ben's mother, she didn't give a crap about. And then there's Dad. So buried in the day-to-day operation. Yeah, maybe. Or, look, I appreciate what you're trying to do, and it's nice to get this off my chest, but talking about it isn't gonna change a thing. That's why I gave you the encryption. Feels good to be in control for a change.
There you are. What kept you? I believe we have a lot to discuss. It's obvious you're here to meet someone. Fortunately for them, they rented this VIP room under a false name. I assume that same someone provided you with that clever little virus you installed into Generdyne's systems. All too well. You know, I should give credit where it's due. That virus is quite impressive. It will cost me tens of thousands of credits to remove. That's the last time I'll ever take the Crimson Fleet's capabilities for granted. And I'm a businessman, which means I know when to walk away from a deal. You want to know why? It's because I don't negotiate with pirates. They don't understand commitments or contracts, how to get the deal done with finesse. No. For your kind, it's only brute force and violence. Shoot first, take whatever you want, and ask questions later. That's not how I do business. There. You see? All you know how to do is threaten violence. Exactly my point. Look, I'm not here to debate. I'm here to make an offer. All you have to do is tell me who's profiting from the virus you've uploaded. In return, I'll let you leave the city alive. Really? That's the story you're going with. Very well. There's a body that Neon Security is going to be discovering very soon. One with concrete evidence that links you to the murder. I'd say you have about 1 hour to leave this place before you have a price on your head. So, I assume this concludes our little arrangement, and you'll be leaving our fair city. Oh, when you get back to the key, be certain to give Neva and Delgado my warmest regards.
that smell is?
Everyone knows this is Neon's premier social club.
I hope you aren't here to cause any trouble.
Glad you're back. Sorry about the whole Benjamin Bayou thing at the Astral Lounge, but I didn't have much of a choice. Can you believe the nerve of that smug son of a bitch? The man is priceless. You're not the least bit concerned that he found the virus and figured out where we were meeting that quickly. Must be nice to be so naive. Well, I'm glad someone's happy. Since Bayou flagged the virus, I can't risk accessing the system now. All that work I did trying to crack Generdyne is gone. Now I'm in a bit of a bind. The prep work for this job put me in deep for a bunch of cash, and I have no way to pay it all back. Well, a business partner of mine named Nix was the author of the virus. Don't know if you know him or not. Then there's the folks I paid to keep an eye on Ayumi Komiko, a few of the guards at Generdyne. Like I said, it was a huge job. Honestly, I shouldn't be revealing my sources because that puts you on their radar as well. But hey, you asked. That's pretty cool of you to offer, but I know what he's gonna say.
Sorry, Estelle. This was your scheme. You're on your own.
Believe me, he's not gonna be much help. Look, I was hoping you'd pick up on what I was trying to ask, but the hell with it. I'll just ask. Can you cut me in for a little bit of cash you're making on this job? I mean, I did get you inside and practically hand you the data on the grid. Well, that's just great. I'm in debt laying low from Bayou and his brute squad, and now you're shutting me out? Delgado sure knows how to pick 'em. You know what? When you get back to the key, why don't you tell Delgado that I've had enough of his bullshit? I'm through.
Spare me a velocity, dummy. I think we're in luck.
Estelle,
Maybe
you found
you'd
the
like to try
fire.
a velocity.
I did less than a week. I'm impressed.
There's just one teeny little catch, though.
Whenever there's a catch with you, it ends up costing me money.
Before you give me the guillotine, hear me out. The buyer wants the merch, but they want it tomorrow night.
And there it is. Do you have any idea what it will cost to get that many crates out of Cedar Fresh by tomorrow? No, not this time.
What if I told you they wanted 15 cases this time, at full price?
What about your comrades at the Crimson Fleet? Won't they want a taste? I'd hate to lose half of our profits.
You just worry about the shipment. I'll handle the fleet.
All right, Estelle. You have a deal. Here's your drink.
You're a doll, dummy. Cheers.
May I be of service? By all means.
You know,
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting.
Hey. Do you have anything to report?
It's good to have you back. What can I do for you? Glad to hear it. Let's see what you got. Perfect. Taking her out of the running is going to seriously damage the Crimson Fleet's hold on Neon. Even better, that's one less fleet captain and one less ship to worry about. Have any more? Benjamin Bayou, pride of the Freestar Collective. The authorities there have been trying to nail him for a long time. Bringing us proof that he's been manipulating Generdyne from the shadows is pretty tasty stuff. The FC will pay dearly for this. Good job. Find anything else? Okay, fine. I know there's more out there, so keep on it. We'll be here if you need us.
Back in basic training.
I love me some target practice.
Good day.
All hell's breaking loose, Rook. Delgado needs you in the repair bay with Jazz as soon as possible. Oh, it's bad. Real bad. Delgado will fill you in with the details. Now get your ass to the repair bay. Go!
I don't trust shielding. I got secret compartments on my ship just in case.
And you are sure we will have those defense batteries up and running?
No, I'm not sure. They're in bad shape, Del. Really bad shape. I'm already using duct tape and spit to keep the station from falling apart, and you want me to pull a rabbit out of my hat?
I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear that it's going to be fixed. Period. Get it done.
All right, I'm on it.
You want to quit standing there and hand over the conduction grid data?
Wow. Really?
You know what else isn't easy? Listening to complaints and excuses. From everyone.
All right, I get it. Just hand over the tech.
All right, listen up because I don't want to repeat this twice. We've gotten word that UC SysDef is massing somewhere nearby for an attack on the key. While we prepare for their arrival, I want you to head straight for Bannock 4 and bring Crix's legacy home. Just slow down and listen before you jump the gun and ruin everything. Lay it out, Jess.
All right, first things first. I'm gonna upload this data you snagged from Generdyne into the Key's databanks. All you need to do is build and then install a conduction grid module onto your ship. Oh, and if you haven't already, you'll need the comm spike module installed as well.
Once your ship is ready, jump out to Bannock 4, board the legacy, and bring us the cash. Nothing around here is simple.
Del's right. You have to follow these steps carefully, or don't bother coming back. After you board the Legacy, be on the lookout for 2 transfer modules. They're special keys that allow access to the ship's vault. Once you locate the vault's control center, hook up the data core I'm gonna give you, and download everything they've got.
And before you get any bright ideas, like running off with the money, that currency is going to be heavily encrypted. Only a genius like Shinya will be able to crack that encryption. So bring it back here right away. Which is exactly why you need to get there first, and we can't let it fall into their hands. Look, I'm gonna make this real simple for you. If that money ends up anywhere but the key, I will hunt you down and pry it out of your dead hands myself. Now get moving. Get moving before it's too late.
I need to get those defensive batteries online, so make this fast. Not a problem.
Conduction grid data is all set up in the system, so should be an easy install. Alright, let's see what you need. I need to get those defensive batteries online. Not a problem. Sure.
Hello, Captain.
I haven't seen my family in a while,
All support ships have arrived, Commander.
Good. After we're done here, arrange it briefly. I want all of their CEOs over here as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
There you are. Where have you been?
Sometimes it feels like no one but us gets it. But put your faith in Commander Ikonde.
You mean your latest excursion to Neon? I've received the reports about your little foray into Genodyne. Last piece of the puzzle before you go after Crix's legacy. Which means it's time to put all the cards on the table and prepare to attack the key. Thanks to your evidence, we were finally able to convince them to task us the necessary resources. Before you jump to Bannock 4, I need to make one thing abundantly clear. The credits from that Galbank transport cannot reach the fleet. You have to bring them here at all costs. If Delgado gains access to those resources, we might be touching off a battle we can't possibly win.
We've been monitoring the Crimson Fleet's comm chatter in the Crix system. They're gathering allies by making promises based on your success.
As much as I hate to admit it, UC SysDef won't stand a chance. The fleet will become stronger and more unified than ever. I've always known that when it came down to it, you'd do the right thing. All right, I guess this is it. Do whatever prep you need to do aboard the Vigilance, and then head out to Bannock 4. When you return here with Crix's legacy, we'll begin the attack. Good luck. All my hopes go with you. Good luck.
Operations does good work.
Has something on your mind?
If any fleet
This
are
is your
setting up
moment.
outposts out
I know
there,
you can do this.
it's only a matter of time.
Warning, an emergency lockdown has been attacked.
Crew recording initiated.
Alright, the system should be all set up. Just shout out when you want the computer to record. Should work for everyone.
Okay, fine. Now, give me the bad news.
The bad news is that our engines and grav drive are destroyed, and we're drifting toward Bannock 4.
Wait, doesn't that put us smack into Bannock? Crew recording initiated.
Hello? Hello? Engineer's message said they set up some kind of a recording system. Red light is on, so I guess it's working. It's been a few days since I docked with the Legacy.
Crew recording initiated.
Full house. Tom at Mayfield.
Crew recording initiated. It's day 20 since supplies dried up. And here I am, staring at an empty poker table. Our last game. After Simmons passed, we kept trying to get together at least once a day for a game. To keep our minds off of things. Kellner and Leong were the next ones to, step away. They wanted to be together at the end. Then it was just crew recording initiated. All right, it's recording. So like you were saying, that's all we have left.
If we stretch things out and cut our rations in half, I'd say we'll be out of food in a week, maybe 9 days.
How do I do it, Kellner? How do I tell everyone we're all going to die?
You don't have to. Everyone knows. They're all making peace with it. Bakara and Osterholt knew.
Crew recording initiated. All right, so how long has Bakara been locked in there?
I'm not sure. A week? Maybe more. All I know is that he took some food packs and his duffel into the head and locked himself inside. Everyone's been steering clear of him since he scared Simmons, so he didn't even realize he did this till today.
Can you hear me? You need to open this door and let us in! The hell with it. I'm going to use the override.
I've already tried that. Maybe change a code. Not sure what he's done.
Kellner, can we cut through the bulkhead or the door? I'm open to any suggestions.
To be honest, I wouldn't go cutting anything in this ship right now. The structure is extremely unstable.
Damn it. Well, we can't do the deep there.
Beg your pardon, but we can. It's pretty clear that Picard checked out after our initial assessment, and he's been killing morale across the ship. Let him soak in there for a while. When he gets hungry, he'll come out.
I suppose you're right. Crew recording terminated.
Warning, vault access requires an authorized transfer module. Vault access approved. Please stand clear of the door.
Recording initiated.
Alright, I'm recording. So, run that by me again?
Okay. So, the cred tanks we're hauling are equipped with EM insulating circuits. Keeps the data from getting wiped, right? If we chain them all together and reroute that EM protection to the Legacy's shields.
Holy shit. With all 2,400 of them hooked into an array, we should have enough juice to keep Bannock's EM field from lighting us up. What about all the micrometeorites and debris in Bannock's EM field? Will the shield still hold against them?
They should. We fire the whole thing into the solar regenerators and we could run the system almost perpetually.
Well, we'd still be trickling some gigaamps off of the reserves, but yeah, that all makes sense. I gotta tell you, this is genius.
Well, don't get too excited. We still have two problems. One, it's going to take all of the ship's power to keep the array running. That means we've got almost nothing left over. And two, with the engines destroyed, we're still stuck orbiting Bannock 4. I'll set the computer That's all we got.
Hey, it's a start. Gives us a chance to survive and time to think.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I suppose we're lucky we were holding all of these cred tanks in the first place. If we were on our way back...
Yeah, we would have been dead. I mean, it would have been a problem. Anyway, let's go talk to Captain Yang and get this show on the road.
Crew recording terminated.
And continuing my search pattern. I am unable to repair.
recording initiated.
Son of a bitch! Nothing. Complete waste of time. I've tried everything I can possibly think of, and I end up right where I started. Oh, here I thought I was so clever. Thought I had it all figured out. First, fix my ship and get the prototype shielding back online. Second, shunt the power from the cred tank array back to the system to drain the credits. And then third, haul ass back to my ship before the EM field rips apart the legacy. 3 easy steps, right? Only problem is, I'm stuck at step 1. Every system on my ship...
Crew recording initiated.
Well now, let's see. Another day's gone by. What's it been now? 6 weeks? Who the hell knows? Food packs from my ship are gone, so it looks like the clock's running down for me, and Issa wins. What a clever woman. I never saw it coming. I mean, I can't blame her. I was stupid enough to hand her the opportunity. Now the fleet's resting on her shoulders. I only hope she doesn't run the whole operation right into the ground. Anyway, let me just sit down in this chair. Yeah. There we go. Best view in the house. All that money staring me right in the face, and it's completely worthless. This is a nightmare. Worst kind of prison imaginable. I'd trade every last credit of it away to be back in New Atlantis, running with the Scar. Start my life over again. But enough dreaming. I've got to face the inevitable. This is where I'm spending my final days. Hopefully, someone with at least half a brain will follow in my footsteps and bring the score home to the Crimson Fleet. If anyone finds this message, tell Issa that I don't blame her for what she's done. Most important, tell her to keep the fleet strong.
Crew recording terminated. Crew recording initiated.
Son of a bitch! Nothing. Complete waste of time. I've tried everything I can possibly think of, and I end up right where I started. Oh, here I thought I was so clever. Thought I had it all figured out. First, fix my ship and get the prototype shielding back online. Second, shunt the power from the cred tank array back to the system to drain the credits. And then third, haul ass back to my ship before the EM field rips apart the legacy. 3 easy steps, right? Only problem is, I'm stuck at step 1. Every system on my ship is dead, and there's nothing aboard this ship to use for repairs. I can't believe I came all this way, just to end up stuck here like the poor bastards who ran this ship. Actually, wait a second. Issa will figure it out. I told her where I was going for a reason. She's smart. She'll know something's up when I miss the rendezvous. After all, we're supposed to split the loot. All I have to do is sit tight and wait until she...
External communication detected. Automated recording system activated.
Legacy, come in. This is Issa Millard. Are you there, Legacy?
Holy shit. Issa, is that you? Issa, I'm here. Yes, I can read you.
Jasper Creeks. You're still up? You always were one tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm alive. No thanks to you. A month? Really? You left me to sit here and panic for a month. We said you'd wait a week. Tops.
Wait a moment. I think broadcasting from outside the EM field is interfering with my calls. Did I just hear Jasper Creeks the Great admit that he was panicking?
Yeah. How about we cut the crap and you get my ass out of here? Come on, there has to be millions of credits here. We're rich.
You know what? I think I'm going to lose. Right before you left, remember how temporary had me in charge of the fleet? Right then, I decided to make the job permanent. All I had to do was make some alterations to your shielding plans. Mainly the footnotes where the lead technician mentions. I even paid a tech to ensure a few of your ship's power connections were dodgy. Just frankly, I'm surprised those shields have done enough to make it through the storm.
What the hell? You can't do this to me. I'm in charge of the fleet. How dare you?
Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I thought that was clear. I'm in charge. You're dead. Well, I was dead. I think that's the reason I'm putting on all the songs of the fleet. Very romantic.
You don't care about the credits. You know what this is all about. Fleet is family, remember? If we can't do it on these, then what the fuck is the point?
Don't you get it? Boarding the Legacy is a one-way journey. The technology speed up exist to pull off stupid ideas. And don't go to be the fleet motto. I listened to that bullshit for years while we made deals and kept moving with them. It's not family. You know what? I'm glad you're alive. It's given me a chance to say goodbye.
It is.
I screwed up, sir. I had the bogey in my sights, and I just fumbled the controls.
Let's put an end to this pirate
beat
scum
yourself up,
once
kid.
and for all.
They were gonna know we were here.
The station is on high alert ever since those scouts popped in. I'd hate to be the one who let that scout go. Guilty problem. Everyone's saying this is it.
Good. Is that it? Is that Crix's legacy? Amazing. Ensign, take this and enter it into the data core analyzer.
I'm on it, sir.
You see, Lieutenant? I told you he wouldn't let us down.
I have to admit, I'm impressed. Encrypted or not, that's quite a lot of money to be carrying around. The temptation must have been excruciating. Well, you came through.
Now, on to other more pressing matters.
We received confirmation that the fleet ships were scouts sent to probe our defenses. Unfortunately, one of them jumped away before you arrived.
Which means that Delgado will have the Crimson Fleet prepping defenses of its own. That's the plan. Lieutenant, if you wouldn't mind explaining.
Yes, sir. The Vigilance is equipped with the latest in hyper-resistant shielding, making it the only ship that can safely approach the key. The catch is that the key has access to 3 orbital defensive batteries that can fire electromagnetic energy. One hit, and we lose those fancy shields. Our mission is to take out those batteries. In fact, I'll be personally leading the assault on Battery Alpha. I need you to be my support.
But you won't be alone.
Based on what we sent, I've dispatched the...
Ideally with her.
We've also given you a...
Once those batteries are... I knew we could count on your support. Well, all my hopes...
The commander's briefing was... Glad they... That's a hell of a story. Still can't believe Crix ended up being marooned on the Legacy. All that wealth, and the only thing he could do was stare at it. Can you imagine? I almost feel bad for him. Must have driven the guy crazy. Find anything else? Okay, fine. Don't worry. We'll be laughing about this over drinks when we get back.
Time to show these pirates how simple.
ship as we speak. I wouldn't expect backup anytime soon. Gives me plenty of time to blow your ships out of the void. All right, fleet. Triple share to whoever takes the traitor down.
All ships, defensive formations. Easy money.
We can't move. Well, good now. I'm going to pull Prince's legacy from the records of your ship. You hear me, traitor? Got shot. Not like we're running anything up.
Crimson Fleet. This is Commander Ikande of the UC Vigilance. Surrender and prepare to be boarded.
Damn it, Diva. I needed more time.
All Crimson Fleet ships destroyed. System, secure that perimeter. I want any stragglers rounded up for trial. Renegade, it's all up to you now. Moving.
Assisted you during combat. Eradicate. How can I be of service, Captain? I will follow.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gail Dunnigan of SSNN, and this is the Last Talk. My guest tonight is one of the most notorious criminals in the settled system.
Okay, boy, show him what you got.
His ruthlessness and desire for wealth has landed him squarely at the top of the wanted list of every major law enforcement agency in the galaxy. I am, of course, speaking of the self-appointed leader of the Crimson Fleet himself, Jasper Craig. Good evening, Mr. Craig.
Good evening, Gail. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Yes, well, being blindfolded and then grav jumped to what appears to be an abandoned mining facility isn't exactly what I call an invitation.
Well, I'm sure you're not surprised that your request for an interview would come with some very specific conditions.
Frankly, I was a bit surprised to receive any type of response at all. Would you mind telling me why you decided to do this interview?
Because there comes a time in every pirate's life where they have to make an extremely important decision. Do they take a leap and become one of the most legendary pirates in history? Or do they simply sputter on, subsisting on freighters and deep space privateers?
So are we to assume that you are taking the leap? That Jasper Crix is moving on to bigger and better things in his life?
That's spot on, Gail. That's exactly why you're here.
Interesting. Well then, would you mind sharing with us exactly what your particular leap entails?
In due time. There's no rush. I'd say 12 hours before the authorities traced this broadcast. Plenty of time to discuss whatever you like.
Oh, all right then. Perhaps the best place to start this interview would be at the beginning of your career.
Please, proceed.
Damn it! You're gonna pay for that!
This encounter will likely end in your death. Damage registered. Enemy damage received.
Just my luck. Oh, this.
You will be easily defeated. The enemy is no longer visible. Searching. I am no longer detecting enemy activity in this area.
All right, everyone! Take them down!
Certainly. Let's talk about something else. How did the Crimson Scar become the Crimson Fleet?
After I busted out of the lock, I decided to take things to the next level. I had the key, a few UC ships, and a couple dozen ex-cons at my side. But I needed more, so I sent out the call. Once word got around, it didn't take long for freelance pirates from every corner of the 7 systems to show up.
And this is how the Crimson Fleet was born.
Exactly. The key became our base of operations. We spent months reinforcing our position there, making it nearly impossible to approach.
What was the UC's response to the
You did this to
situation?
me.
First of all, UC Security gave up and handed the reins over to the...
I can decrypt and re-encode thousands of credits in seconds, but something as simple as this, I didn't see it coming. Not in the slightest. And now because of you, my bomb's been activated. Which means I'm as good as dead. That feels like an appropriate response from someone like you. I've paid you well, treated you with respect, and kept trouble off your back more than a few times. Look me in the eye and tell me why you've allowed this to happen to me. You owe me that much. No. But had you given me warning, I could have started researching a way to escape this place. At least had a chance. Well, now that you're here, I don't expect that you'll stay and watch my rather spectacular ending. So why don't you just get out of my sight and let me die in peace? The bomb in my chest is expressly designed to punish me for my mistakes, not everyone else. The worst that could happen to the key would be having to wash my guts off of the walls of the core. After everything I just said, you'd still be willing to help me. I must be a complete fool. Because even though it makes... The only way to deactivate the bomb is through Delgado's computer. I don't know why you're helping me.
Question before we wrap up.
Fine. Go ahead.
When is enough going to be enough? How many credits does Jasper Criggs need until he's satisfied?
I should have expected you to ask such a stupid question. How the hell could you ever understand? You with your fancy education and your sheltered upbringing and your cushy media job? Me, I came from nothing. Everything I own, I've literally drawn blood to gain.
There's no need to get personal. I'm simply trying to state the facts so that our listeners can make judgments of their own.
Lady, I got news for you. Half of your listeners think I'm a hero. The other half are scared out of their goddamn minds, and they should be.
Perhaps we should talk about something else.
No, that's it. We're done. Can you guys get her the hell out of here? Make sure she takes all this sound equipment with her.
Well, that's it then. Thank you for your...
Actually, before you go, Gail, there's one more thing I would like to say.
Yes, of course. What is it?
When you broadcast this interview on SSNN, I want you to remember that I'll be listening. If you edit even one word or manipulate my voice to change anything I've said, finish the job personally? Talk sense into me? You're the one who's lost their mind. What the hell happened to you? You had Kriegs' legacy in your hands, and you gave it away. For what? For honor? Justice? Yeah? And why the hell does Sistef get to determine what is right and what is wrong? You know, when we were on Suvorov, I saw the potential for you to become a badass pirate. One of the best. And now you suddenly expect me to believe I have been fooled the entire time? That this was some kind of elaborate game you have been playing? No. No way. For once in your life, be honest with me. Admit that you were tempted. You don't even have the nerve to admit it. Unbelievable. It is obvious that no matter what I say, you have no intention of honoring our pact. You clearly never did. I have already locked down the key and set its reactors to overload. Soon, you, me, and everyone near this station are going to be vaporized. Let's see how far that loyalty to Sistef takes you now. And spend the rest of my life in the brig without a credit to my name? And I suppose you want me to think it ends outside a prison cell and not in. Still, a prison door opens, just like any other. As is every member of the fleet. If I give them all one more day, maybe we make it out of this. They might. And if they do, I would just be tying up their loose ends, including you. If so, letting you live might afford me some small victory.
Fine. You win. Standing down the reactors. With the legacy gone, we're dead in the water anyway. Before you have begun to lock me up, I'm gonna leave you with some parting words. Whether you know it or not, you're damn good at being a pirate. It's in your blood. One of these days, that's all gonna hit you. And I'll be waiting for you in my cell to tell you I told you so. Go. You've taken everything else from me. The least you can do is give me a moment of peace.
So you disarmed the bomb. Then, per our deal, you can tell your commander I will come peacefully. So you disarmed the bomb. Then, per our deal.
Howdy.
That was real impressive flying, kid. You earned your wings today.
Thank you, sir. I was just trying to do my part.
At ease, soldier. I believe congratulations are in order. With this decisive blow, the end of the Crimson Fleet is all but assured. But as much as I'd like to begin this celebration, Technically, we're still in the process of wrapping up the operation. On that note, Lieutenant, what do you have for me?
Reports are coming in right now, Commander. Delgado and Shinya Voss have been taken into custody. Also, we've transferred personnel to the Key to secure the location until the United Colonies decides what they want to do with the station.
And what about Neva Mora?
According to our reports, Neva led the strike force that attacked the Vigilance. Unfortunately, that was the last we saw of her. It looks like she managed to escape. We don't know her current whereabouts, but I have our operations team looking into it.
That's fine. Overall, excellent news, Lieutenant. I have to admit, for the first time in 7 years, I don't know what to say. How about you? I know that was difficult. You hanging in there? I can understand that. The dual life you are leading must have been incredibly stressful.
Honestly, I have no idea how you kept it all together.
Well, let me let you in on a bit of a surprise. Something I've been working on for a while. I've twisted arms and cashed in some favors at Mast. I wanted to make sure you got a share of the money you recovered from the legacy. Call it a reward, a token of appreciation, whatever the hell you want. But you've absolutely earned every credit. Bah, the hell with that. Enjoy the reward for once. You deserve it.
Commander, are you sure you didn't hit your head during the battle?
Decorum, Lieutenant? Damn, I'm going to be really sorry to see you go. You've really become an important part of our team. It won't be the same around here without you.
Although, if you feel like staying aboard, I'm sure I could give you access to the SysDef mission board. That is, if you can stand spending another minute with us on Vigilance.
Excellent. I'm happy we haven't somehow frightened you away. Anyway, enough talk. You've earned a break, and I'm sure you wish to celebrate. Here's your promised reward. And wherever you might find yourself, my best wishes travel with you.
What can I do for you? Remember to turn in any evidence fragments you find. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Reclaiming the key was a long time coming.
I guess you think I have some sad story to tell? That I met some sick orphans on New Homestead and grew a conscience? Or maybe you're the cynical type, and you think I turned a new leaf because I wanted SysDef to go easy on me. The truth is a bit more complicated than that. Exactly. But we've got time, so why don't you indulge me? You see, at my age, you know who you are. And I've always been a thief. I'd swipe a cred stick for my own mother if it had enough zeros on it. But even in a group of cred-hungry thieves, a man has to have a code. rules. I do. You finish the job, it's supposed to be done. You get the rush and the relief. But in the fleet, doing the job isn't the hard part. In the fleet, you gotta worry about the guy sleeping next to you, and if he's gonna take a bigger piece of the pie. You gotta wake up the next morning and wonder why your slice is missing and the crumbs are stuck to his face. And put a bigger target on my back? As far as I'm concerned, the brig is the safest place I can. The second you drag me into some private room, you're basically telling everyone here that I'm a rat. Well, for one, they don't have much in the way of loot, but they're still important to somebody. You can't just blow up one without it showing. But more important, the pirate code changed. Why did I join the regatta?
Salutations. I assume you're here to commemorate my terrible misfortune? Ah, yes, the infamous evidence that you procured. Bravo, detective. Allow me to congratulate you on your sleuthing skills. That recording was quite a find. I must admit that I was short-sighted when it came to Ms. Swift's ingenuity. I shall not make that same mistake twice. Oh, amused isn't the verbiage I'd choose to describe my frame of mind, but I'll acknowledge the observation. Well, as much as I detest being the bearer of bad news, I have to disclose that you're wasting your time. You see, this imprisonment is merely an insignificant hindrance. I don't foresee being incarcerated in perpetuity. In fact, I would wager that my legal team will have my release expedited within the month. Oh, I assure you, I'm speaking the truth. But there's no call for disappointment. Due to your actions, my tenure with Galbank has been terminated, and several million credits in fines are being levied against me. The day is yours, Agent. You should be proud. You're quite welcome. Well, enough idle banter. I've taken up more than my share of your valuable time. Honestly, this interaction has been quite pleasurable. Do feel free to stop by and gloat at any time. Good day.
I would have loved to see the look on those pirates' faces.
can help you with?
How? If there's anything I can... Yes, of course. Was there something you... I hope we have what you need.
Starship Frontier, this is United Colony Security. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. And complete. Enjoy your...
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Okay.
Should return to your quarters to rest. You appear tired.
Yes? I have been thinking about what we talked about before. The idea of purpose in one's life. You told me that fun was important. I assumed you were joking and dismissed it out of hand. But, having thought about it, I wonder now if you were right. Or at least, if I were too quick to reject the idea. I have been single-minded in my pursuits. I have always believed the decisions I made were necessary, that there was no other option. I have sacrificed much to be where I am now. And I'm starting to wonder if it has been worth it. I know. I have told you that I am not one to discuss my past. And yet... Thank you. I appreciate the reassurance. but I would like to try. I promised to provide for my family. That meant working with smugglers to procure supplies we could not acquire any other way. I have spent my adult life away from my home, jumping from one planet to the next, living in dangerous conditions, often surrounded by violence. It certainly influenced the way I see the universe. I was convinced from the beginning that it was unwise to let anyone get too close. I had, maybe not quite friends, but people I cared about. Yet there was always a distance I could not reach across. I often find other people complicated and confusing. It seemed easier to not become attached, especially when circumstances meant I might never see them again, with no warning. And yet here we are. I find we work better together. What I am trying to say is that I now wonder whether it has been the right decision to distance myself from others. Huh. I suppose this is true. Thank you for listening to me. These are not easy conversations for me. Can we speak for a moment? In the end, you chose the UC over the Crimson Fleet. Do you believe that was the right choice? I can respect that. I am no supporter of the United Colonies, but I also could not bring myself to side with the fleet and what they represent. Did getting that close to Delgado and the fleet make it difficult at all? It can be harder to act against someone once you get to know them. Nor do I think you should be, but in this case, I believe you made the right call. They were pirates, after all. It would be foolish to think, though, that we have seen the last of the Crimson Fleet. We may have eliminated the leadership, but there are many more pirates out there. I suppose we will have little choice. For now, you should enjoy your hard-earned victory. You have done a service for all of the settled systems. Yes? Finally, I've been waiting.
Should you require my presence in... the future, you know where to find me.
No organics here. Valuable minerals, perhaps.
Welcome to Prax Mining Park, where the rocks are plentiful and my patience is not. What can I do for you? Just don't ask me to scan another fuel shipment. I might fall asleep standing up. Well, what can I say? Life's too short to stress over mining park drama. As long as no one's getting hurt and the vehicles keep moving, I'm happy to stay in my little booth with a thermos of coffee and a good chair. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I see another fuel truck coming up the lane. Or maybe it's just my imagination. Oh, I've been holding down this booth for about 3 years now. Long enough to memorize every miner's bad jokes and every vehicle's rumble. Honestly, it's not the worst gig. Most days are quiet, and I can catch up on sleep. But when things go sideways, everyone suddenly remembers I exist. Strangest? Let's see. Oh, there was that time a Six Sisters miner swore he saw a ghost in one of the old caves. Turned out it was just a fogged-up helmet reflection. Then there was that time someone tried smuggling contraband through the park. That was a fun one to explain in the report. But honestly, the real strange part is how often these companies accuse each other of stuff. Missing shipments, stolen equipment, you name it. It's like a soap opera out here.
Visitor? What the hell are you doing on Prax? This ain't exactly a tourist destination. Yeah? Well, if the Trade Authority wants a contract, they'll need to fix this mess first. One of our fuel vehicles has gone missing, and I'm sure someone around here is responsible. That truck is critical to our operations. Without it, we can't power our drills. And our miners are running on fumes. Literally. My money's on either mineralogy or Six Sisters. The former's got the motive. The latter's got the guts. You're gonna have to dig around the park to figure out who's behind this. Otherwise, the Trade Authority can forget any supply contract ambitions. Start with the companies. Talk to their people. Check the license logs, and don't forget the security booth at the park's entrance. If the vehicle's been moved through here, Frank must have. What do you need? I'll answer what I can. Knew you looked like a Dusty. Heard that operation went sideways. Real sideways. Keeping the miners alive and the profits rolling. It's not easy. One bad shift, an equipment failure, a spacer attack, and it's game over. But that's the nature of the business. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. Yeah, nope. Yeah? That truck, my money's... Otherwise, the... Good. Someone to... Again, the license plate reads PR4... Yep. Back to work.
see I'm busy here? So you're the Trade Authority's new lapdog? Let me guess. Kessler's desperate because the execs are breathing down his neck. I don't sign contracts with just anyone. If you want 6 sisters on board, you'll have to prove you're worth my time. I've got a bigger problem right now. Someone's siphoning power from our generators, and it's killing our operations. I don't have time for Trade Authority politics until this is handled. Because our power output doesn't match our usage. We've triple-checked the equipment. It's fine. Someone's hooked into our grid and is taking what's ours. I was close to doing this myself before you came stumbling in. The truth is, we've had a lot of turnover recently, and I don't necessarily trust all the new faces around here. Do this for me, and I'll consider an agreement with Mr. Kessler. A missing Argos truck? Sounds like their usual level of competence. Honestly, it's not my problem if they can't keep track of their toys. Seriously? My people are busy working double shifts just to meet quotas. You think we've got time to go joyriding in someone else's truck? Ridiculous. We wouldn't. Our fleet runs like a well-oiled machine, unlike Argos. We don't need their scraps, thank you very much. Me? I was in my office handling payroll. Because unlike Argos, we actually take care of our employees. If you're looking for culprits, you're barking up the wrong tree. Knock yourself out. You've got nothing to hide here. No problem. And tell Damien to stop snooping around. It's making everyone uncomfortable. Right.
Hello.
What do you need? Well, well, well. Look who's running errands for Kala now. Stealing? That's a strong word. I'd call it resource allocation. Six Sisters isn't exactly using it effectively, are they? We're just borrowing a little juice to keep this dig running. Because I know how Kala operates. She'd blow a gasket if she found out Argos was digging this close to her crater. We're not breaking any rules, but keeping it quiet avoids unnecessary drama. Besides, we didn't expect our digs to get through to her side. But when we finally got through the main chamber and noticed the lights, let's just say we couldn't pass on the opportunity. Look, I know you're gonna run to Kala on this, but I'd really appreciate it if you kept it under wraps. Shit, well, I can't stop you. Not the wisest move, but you do what you think is best.
Quite cold. But one cannot wear spacesuits like sweaters.
Yeah. So, did you find out who's... I knew it, that two-faced snake. Argos thinks they can do whatever they want because they've got deep pockets. Well, not on my watch. Let's just say Damien's about to find out what it's like when you mess with the wrong miner. Here, take these credits for the legwork. Go ahead. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. It's tough, no doubt about it. They've got the resources, the connections, the muscle. But what they don't have is heart. We care about our people and our work, and that makes all the difference. Absolutely. It won't be easy, but we've faced worse. If we keep our heads down and do the work, we'll make it.
coming through or not? We get vehicles passing the booth all the time. You gotta be more specific. Maybe. I don't know. Let me check. Maybe it did. Might want to check down by the watering hole. If this vehicle passed the checkpoint, then Robert can probably tell you about it. That thing's sensors are as frenzied as his concoctions down there at the bar.
Please hold still while I scan your facial geometries. According to my scans, your face is 83.7% symmetrical. Impressive. Scanning face. Mood, serious. Vehicle, perhaps I can calibrate my sensors to locate your target. Accessing memory. Yes, scanned it nearby while performing bar maintenance. Seems it did not belong in this sector. Last week, someone tried to order a vegan shake. Hilarious. People here have a strange sense of humor. Their miners frequent this area for recreation. However, no suspicious vehicle. Unlikely, mineralogy miners do not. My pleasure. I would begin by investigating the nearby subterranean.
Yes? What?
All right, fine. You caught us. Look, we're scrapped for resources, okay? Argos doesn't share, and we've got miners to feed and quotas to meet. The vehicle was sitting idle, so we borrowed it. It's just one vehicle. It took him ages to even notice it gone. For us, this one vehicle makes a significant difference. Allows us to quickly refuel our resupply vehicles and frees up our other vehicles for the dig sites down here. Trust me, Argos is doubling our yields. This won't impact their operation in the slightest. Just keep this between us. I don't want Damien's ego getting any larger than it is. Figures. Do what you have to, but remember, we're all... Right.
Missing vehicle. Oh, right, the fueler. Unbelievable. She went too far this time. Yeah, we occasionally mess with her, but it's always harmless pranks. Thanks for being honest. Here, take these credits as compensation. Ah, straight to the point. I like that. Here's the deal. Argos Extractors is ready to sign, but we've got a couple of requirements. First, I need assurances that our miners' safety comes first. That means better access to medical supplies and emergency extraction equipment from the Trade Authority. Second, we're working with an enormous surplus of aluminum and helium-3. In an effort to maintain and expand operations here, we need funding. I'd like to kill two birds with one stone and both offload our surplus on the station and rake in the credits that come with that. It's non-negotiable. Argos is the largest operation here on Prax, and we should have priority when it comes to surplus sales. See that you do. And remember, miners' lives are on the line here.
not one of my miners? Ah, the Trade Authority. Always looking for the bottom line. Contracts are vital, but I have larger concerns at the moment. You see, I spent years developing a groundbreaking innovation that could revolutionize mining across Prax, and perhaps beyond. Unfortunately, its debut is, well, complicated. If you want my cooperation on this contract, you'll have to help me finalize my work first. We're talking about science, precision science. I call it the quad laser borehead. Imagine 4 synchronized beams of high-intensity photons calibrated to resonate at specific frequencies to fracture rock with minimal effort. These lasers can slice through bedrock, open tunnels, or clear debris in a fraction of the time it would take traditional methods. It's not just a tool, it's a paradigm shift. With this technology, we could reduce mining timelines by years, if we can control it. Ah, the devil is in the details, as always. The power requirements are staggering, which means even slight calibration errors could result in catastrophic energy surges. Then there's the environmental concern. Directing this much energy could destabilize nearby structures, or even compromise the geological integrity of the area. And let's not forget the human factor. One stray beam, and, well, let's not dwell on worst-case scenarios. Then mineralogy's presence on this rock will be revoked. We simply do not have the resources to continue operations on Prax without this tool. Failure isn't an option, not when the potential is this transformative. But if the worst happens, we'll shut it down immediately. I've built in fail-safe protocols, manual overrides, redundancy systems, even an emergency cooling mechanism to prevent overheating. I'd stake my career on this project. Actually, I already have. I need you to simply follow my directions. Recent layoffs have made my situation even more difficult, and my remaining employees are tired of my pet project. So I need you and that boost pack of yours to help me run through the 12-step startup procedure. This startup procedure typically requires 1 head per station, but it's best this way. I suspect certain parties might be planning to sabotage my work. No names, of course. Excellent. You'll be... Head down to the board. I'll monitor this. Science waits for no one.
Very good. Next I need you to calibrate the beam to the focal point grid. The terminal is right above you. Good. The focal point grid is properly calibrated. Next we need to activate the coolant before this beauty overheats. Coolant is flowing through the system. Temperature stabilizing. Now to adjust the thermal output to an operational range. Station 4.
Need a moment to walk that off?